You've got your podcast. It's still going, but I clicked on it the other day. It says Norm will be back in May.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I do it for a while, and I go, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And then they're like, he's on hiatus.
Yeah. Is that what that is? Or is it just that you may or may not come back?
Yeah, I don't know if I will or
Okay.
not.
We used to have a thing on the internet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, people would come on. Yeah, the podcast. That's right.
I promised myself I would never do the podcast again.
You also promised yourself you'd write a good book.
Okay, now.
I mean, there is always one other option.
There's another option? What's that?
You ever heard of the Queensboro Bridge?
I'll do the podcast. I just do it for a while, and then
It's fun to watch.
Tired of it. Because it's fun to do, man.
Yeah. It's so great. I think it's just the people who do it with Norm
are awful.
Are awful.
Well, no, Sean isn't. Sean does it with me.
Well, there's one guy. There's always one guy. It's the rest of the people.
The future's good.
It's those awful others. Do you enjoy doing the interview stuff with people on the podcast?
We got good guests, so that I was interested in, but it's harder. Like, you guys obviously have to just interview everybody.
Not necessarily.
Here. What?
No, we don't.
You don't?
No, you're a special choice. We could have said no.
I'm amazed that people. I don't know how I would do with people that
you don't care about.
Yeah, like I'm always astonished by, especially a guy like David Letterman, who I think would be even less interested than we would be.
Right.
Or the way he can pretend to be interested.
Right,
like,
and actually have.
But don't you think he has a little more juice or say on saying, "Hey, this guest is here"? But there's every once in a while they have to take it. He has to take it.
Oh no, on an average guest, you got to. Yeah,
if they're in town, they're promoting
3 guests a night.
Yeah.
There's not that many interesting people. And, actors are not interesting at all.
I know. Did you start getting pressure from anybody? Because it's your podcast, but you start getting money from the outside coming in. I think it was Jerky Links, which might have explained the ballooning. Was that right? You had the Jerky Links thing. You had to try to convince me you're a Jerky Links guy.
What?
Just get what they want, like guests from them.
Sean and I, we liked just older guys. A lot of people wanted young people.
But they're not interesting.
Older guys are the most interesting. And I always think in show business, you get the old guys, they don't care what they say anymore. Right. They're out of the business.
They'll tell some stories.
And they tell stories about guys you care about.
Yeah, they'll name names. They don't care at all. They're seconds away from dying.
Yeah.
So who's the best one you had on there? Because I've seen some that were
we
just
had this guy, Jack Carter. And he did the most craziest thing. You remember?
Well, I also still, after meeting him, have no idea who Jack Carter is.
Jack Carter was a comedian like the Catskills guys, way back in the day.
90. So he was talking, and he said he was talking about the war. And he was
Which one?
The Second World War. I go, you were in the Second World War? He goes, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I go, the war was a lot of fun? And he goes, well, I never got to go over. I never went over, He goes, I got a lucky break. My whole unit was going to D-Day, and they all died. And I didn't go because I got deathly sick the day before. And then I go, oh, man, it sounds like you were faking it as a joke. And then he goes, I was. And then he's like, I never told nobody that.
So he finally confessed.
That he's a deserter and a traitor to our country.
But you learn that kind of stuff on Norm's podcast.
Yeah, Norm's
which is great.
Deathbed Confessions. That'd be a good show.
That'd be pretty awesome. You just show up at hospitals, and they think it's to bring them up, but it's really just to get them to admit
We've had
some
a couple.
To admit some stuff, and then you pull a plug out of.
Man, do I want to follow you around with a camera? Hey, I'm here to pull the plug there. You got anything to say?
So, Rickles.
Must be especially.
It was a joke about a guy who because it was such a good story. There's a guy who had surgery, and I can't remember the joke.
I can't either.
Me and Norm, when we did Billy Madison, I said I would tell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the first time you guys worked together in a movie, right?
Yeah. Movie. I mean, it was the first.
That was our first movie.
Hey, we're right here, guys. We're right here.
Yeah. We're doing a pool scene. I'm Billy Madison, of course. So old Billy's gonna talk to you and Frank.
I played Frank.
You're gonna turn and clarify everything.
I get nervous with Normie behind me. But
they wanted me to play a drunk.
That's right. That's right.
And so I said, you got some booze?
No,
but also he called me Frank, and in my mind I was thinking, who the is Frank?
That's right.
You got to go by a different name in the movie. Like, my name's Norm, as you know. So, in the movie, I play this dude, Mitch. Mitch. Right? So, it's hard. A guy calls you Mitch, and you go, what? And then they go, cut, we're wasting money. They get all mad. And I go, I'm sorry, the guy called me Mitch, you know what I mean? And I said, why can't he call me Norm, This is a name, who the hell cares, I wanted to have me called a character called a name of Billy. Yeah, but things quickly became problematic with that because during the scenes, whenever a person would say to me, hey, Billy, I would go, huh? And then they go, Billy. And I go, oh, yeah, Billy. Right. Fred plays a character on the show named Fred.
Oh, good.
Yeah. We initially called him Mark.
Yeah, that's my name.
I know. Mark Bergeron. It was kind of an homage to you, but
thank you.
Every time we said Mark, he wouldn't look or respond.
So you had to go with the old standard Fred.
Yeah, there'd be many scenes where I go, Mark, hand me some cheese. And he'd go, who's Mark? So.
And that didn't work so well?
They wanted me to play a drunk.
That's right.
And so I said, you got some booze?
No,
but also he called me Frank, and in my mind I was thinking, who the is Frank?
That's right.
That's right.
Welcome to Norm Macdonald Live, episode number 2, and tonight we have the great Tom Green on the show. We will be asking him questions, interviewing him. I will be interviewing him along with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egret.
It's Egret.
Egret.
Yeah, no,
he's right.
I had a little guy on my show that I found in the
A little person.
A little person.
Should explain to the folks.
And he was an alcoholic. And
like Adam
we
Egret.
put him up. Yeah, we put him up at the Royal.
Okay, we're back with Adam Egret and Egret rather. Here, Fred.
I'm Adam.
Whatever. Well, that name's a name. Jesus Christ, it gets fucking.
You knew what he meant.
Yeah. What's an octoroon?
Well, I don't know. It seems to me some
eighth of a black guy? Is that what you're going to say?
Isn't it an octoroon, Andy?
It is an eighth of a black guy. Who is Andy? You were just,
who is Andy?
You just said Andy.
I was thinking of Andy Kindler, my good friend.
Because you're
I thought he was here.
No,
it seemed almost
Adam.
like it was part. Yeah,
Adam.
that's
well,
fine.
Andy and Adam.
No,
that's
fine.
great.
It sounds close. Adam
Yes,
Sandler,
it's
Andy
close
Sandberg.
Oh, boy. Adam.
Yeah.
How could I forget that?
A new study shows dogs can tell when people are doling out fake praise. So I guess that's the one thing that differentiates my dog from Adam Idget. Who's Adam Idget? Oh.
Just a funny name.
Oh, just a funny name? Okay.
Harris posed nude for the cover of Rolling Stone except for a hat hanging off his wiener. And this morning, Adam Egat. Oh, is that your name? Fucking change it. And this morning, Adam woke up and said, "Hey, where's my hat?"
Sorry. Adam Egret, who is, by the way, I'll just remind you, he's over here. That's him. Yeah. It's a joke, an Adam Egret joke.
How do you say the name?
Adam Egret.
Egret. Spelt differently.
Like the bird.
That's Egret.
Do you know what Adam Egret has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egret has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay, come on now. Come on now. There was an audition. It was Stephen Colbert, and Tracy Morgan.
Wow.
And so Stephen Colbert did he was in a suit and he had he's so professional. He goes, now, Geraldo Rivera, and he put a mustache and he did everything was funny and well written. And then it was Tracy's turn. And his entire thing was he played a character named Biscuit, who was a child.
Hi, my name is Biscuit. And my teacher, Miss Soto, said for me to read y'all a Christmas poem. This is it. The name of my Christmas poem is, This is My Christmas Poem.
My name Biscuit. And then when I went, then that night we're at dinner with Lauren, you have that dinner, and he's like, what do you guys think? And I'm like, well, obviously it's Colbert. And everybody else was like, what about Biscuit? What? But then he succeeded, He didn't, when you did that for a long time, he didn't succeed.
You started, everybody knows you got your big break on SNL. Do you remember your audition? Because I remember your audition.
How you remember?
Because I was there.
You was?
Yeah, you and I were both there in the final callback going to network in 1996.
I never worked with you. Oh, you didn't get the job. My bad. I'm sorry you didn't get the job. I'm sorry. Yeah, I remember seeing you in the ghetto.
Yeah.
And I said, what happened? What did y'all do?
The ghetto was writing for Norm Macdonald on Weekend Update. Because that's what I ended up doing that for 1 month, writing for Norm. Yeah.
Oh, you was over there. That was good.
Yeah, first 1 month.
That was a good time.
The best story he told, I said, what was your most, secret fun thing that happened at SNL that, what was some inside shit? And he goes, Smigel and I, Robert Smigel. If you don't know who Robert Smigel is, he's Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. He's the voice and the genius behind that. Smigel's a fucking phenomenal genius writer and comedian. He goes, Smigel and I, we used to write sketches for Tracy, because we knew Tracy Morgan. We knew Tracy, he was bad in table reads. He couldn't read for shit. He's a fucking stumble through words, So one time we wrote this sketch that we knew was going to tank. Lauren hated it. And we showed it to Tracy anyway because we knew he had trouble reading. He had someone helping him read. He had bad time with S's. So we wrote this sketch about this guy who's like a gay animal handler named Brian Fellows. Do you remember that sketch?
Yeah.
Brian Fellows?
Brian Fellows spent 4 years in Thailand as a volunteer for and later director of the Southeast Asian Animal Rescue Project. He subsequently served as Director of Animal Operations at the San Diego Zoo and Undersecretary of the Interior for Wildlife Management.
Brian Fellows, Brian Fellows, Brian Fellows, Safari Planet.
And he goes, if you look, the best part for us was it was Brian Fellows, 'S, Safari Planet. It was 3 S's in a row is the sketch that we pitched. So in the room, even though the sketch was bad, we knew Tracy would go, Brian Fellows, this is Brian Fellows, this is Safari Planet. And we knew we would crush in the room. He goes, and everybody lost it. He was like, the sketch was terrible. But Tracy would go, Brian Fellows, this is Safari Planet. And Norm goes, he goes, that is the funniest thing. We used to fuck with Tracy all the time.
I'm Brian Fellow! Yes, I'm well aware, and I didn't mean to insinuate anything by that. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. Let me tell you, I once saw a video of a monkey washing a cat. That's crazy!
Okay. All right, this is nuts. You have clearly overstated your credentials.
I'm Brian
wasting
Fellow.
my time here.
I'm Brian
out,
Fellow. Good, go. And take that monster with you and tell him to stop smiling at me.
They said that this guy, Don Ohlmeyer, turns out to be the president.
Yeah, now I know Don Ohlmeyer, and just between you and me, he's an idiot.
Oh. Yeah, I'm firing you there from the show. And then I said, oh, that's not good. And then I said, why is that now? And he goes, oh, you're not funny.
Yeah.
And then I said, holy Lord, that's even worse news, He goes, no, I don't got nothing to fall back on. No. He's a good man.
Well, he just fired you. What do you mean he's a good? What is wrong with you?
There's too much cock talk. This guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awful.
After he talks about you doing chin-ups on cock for 18 minutes. He goes, no, he's a good guy. I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
We got to end on that, Marmy, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a good guy.
Man.
Thanks for coming
I
up.
swear to God, though, when you sit on a couch for the living. You should think about not giving that up. That's a great job. You sit on a couch, and you sit on a chair.
It got to be too much, though. I'm looking to lay down.
Gotta tone it down a bit.
No, but you're a great man, and I'm going to miss you on the show, man. You're a great man, isn't he? Because I was in the movie The People Against Larry Flint.
Versus
Larry.
You were in the movie. The People versus. That was a famous movie, and you're in it.
I was in it. I was one of the people that was versing in it.
Okay.
So I said to him, he said to me, hey, no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. When Larry Flint says, I'll take care of you, I assume that means I'll be having sex with an odd-looking lady, and then he'll come in whacking off on his wheelchair.
Well,
but he's a wonderful guy.
I think
You know where this guy started? He used to work under the Queensboro
George
Bridge.
Washington. I named the wrong bridge.
No, Queensboro Bridge, and he'd jerk off punks for $15 a man. That's when I first met him. But he's a good guy. I met Dr. Phil. Guy's not even a psychiatrist.
No, he's just a big
buffoon. Yeah, he was. They put him. I had a TV show, and they put him. I didn't know who he was, and then he played a psychiatrist. He played himself as a psychiatrist. So I said, "Oh yeah, how long have you been a psychiatrist?" He goes, "I'm not a psychiatrist."
Wow.
I go, "You're not?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I met Oprah. I'm a jury consultant. You know, people that select juries.
Okay.
Because Oprah was going against had a lawsuit against a bunch of cattle or something.
Right.
And so he was picking the jury, and he just he said some old timey.
That's a hard jury to pick.
Cattle.
Because if you have any ties with any cows or any.
Right, in Texas.
I'm just because you have to be completely.
That's true. That's true.
But he must have been good at his job.
Yeah, he was great at that job, and then he fooled America, you know.
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy, I guess. But
did she make him a doctor?
He was a doc. Well, yeah, that was just kind of his nickname, Doc.
That was his nickname,
like Doc Ellis.
Right.
But anyways, Joyce Brothers. Yeah. Well, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but what a fucking whore. Jesus Christ. No, she was a nice lady. Adam was going, okay, you stand over with basketball scene. You stand over here. You stand over. There, you get over here. Timmy, you come around, you take the ball from Rock, you give it to... Well, somebody yell, shoot! Somebody yell action! Said somebody yell action. And it was like, action! No. Dugan directed the movie, but he was a good guy. Yes. I was showing Annie, did you ever meet Annie? A sketch that me and Sandler wrote in my first year.
The ski lift?
Yeah, you remember that?
I love that one, yeah.
Oh, you remember that sketch?
Yeah. Oh. Was with Chevy Chase?
No.
It was with what's his
Jason
name?
Patrick.
Jason Patrick, yeah.
Yeah, it was not good. But did you ever have
You don't mind saying you don't like somebody.
What?
No, I think you said this.
No, he's a great man as an individual.
But how about as a group?
But I learned this from Robert Blake, who won't come on the show.
Nice guy.
I love him. But do you know him? Can you get him on the show?
No, I saw him on Beretta, though. I said, that looks like a nice guy.
Yeah, Beretta was the best.
And the Little Rascals, I saw him in.
Yeah.
The book was riveting.
And the flight.
You didn't read the book?
No, but I heard it.
Yeah, you heard it from me because I read it. God damn.
That was
this
a word you kept
motherfucker.
using, right?
I mean, no offense to him, but he's a good guy. Because it's funny with Saturday Night Live, isn't it? The people that either they go on to huge fame or they fizzle into oblivion generally.
Yeah, yeah. And it's...
then there's me.
And then there's you.
But you know what I mean? They go huge, like big movies and big movie stars, or they're stabbing themselves in the belly out in the snow naked in Connecticut.
That is true. Yeah.
Well, in Charles Rockets, it was only because he was on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wrote it in blood on the snow. Have you heard of this? What? No, he's a good guy. Who are some of the guys you've seen? Charlie
Some
Fleischer?
of the guys you started out with.
Charlie Fleischer?
Yeah, yes. Charles, he doesn't come by much anymore. But...
Charles Fleischer used to always close the Improv. He'd always close.
Yeah.
And he'd do an hour.
I'm not sure. I think that guy's out of his goddamn mind. Am I allowed to say? I don't even know. If he comes back, it could be awkward. But
what happened?
He's just out of his mind.
What did he do?
You know, I'm not gonna get into it.
Did you have an encounter with him?
I mean, no, just every encounter.
That you have?
It's very bizarre. Off-putting.
Well. He seemed like a good guy. I had a black guy open for me, and I got him into the hotel.
No way.
Nice guy, Vince Champ. His name was Vince Champ.
Oh, no.
I don't know whatever happened to that fella. But a nice man.
Arrested for rape.
He knows, and he's not making fun of rape.
Two businessmen bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million. They are very excited with their purchase, as this is the only legal way to own black people. Now that is here, and I read that.
Well, you're not there. You know how businessmen are racist?
They are.
Yeah, so it's them being racist.
They
not
are.
You.
The two businessmen that bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million are racist, according to this.
They're fine, man.
They're
Hey, how about this? The Dalai Lama said that killing in the name of religion is unthinkable. Hey, thanks, Dalai Lama. I'm sure everybody will fucking listen to you. No one listens to the Dalai Lama.
No one. He doesn't have a wide
like the head of another church is going to listen to the Dalai Lama. Oh, whatever. Everybody's good. He's brilliant, Byron Allen. He had that Comics Unleashed. You ever do that? Oh, you couldn't be more leashed.
There's nothing. It's not like there's nothing unleashed about it. It's not like you would have like Lenny Bruce on and like.
And he has no segue. So this is what he said to John Lovitz one time. He said, he just turned to him from, he's talking to Schimmel, and then he goes to John Lovitz. He goes, now, John, I understand you're growing older.
What's your favorite religious movie?
I loved Passion of the Christ.
Did you?
Although I will say I thought it was very anti-Semitic, because every Jew looked like fucking Lovitz. You know what I mean? They were all like, hook noses and stuff. So I could see the anti-Semitism. Remember when you had that show? Do you still have that show at the Laugh Factory?
Yeah, every Tuesday.
I enjoy that show.
Did you ever do that?
Because on Tuesday, for a long time, I would drive by the Laugh Factory and it would say, John Lovitz. So I'd go, I know what not to do on Tuesday. How do you feel about the stand-up comedy of John?
John?
Of John.
I mean,
like when a guy starts stand-up at 60.
And then like opens his own club to do it. So it's like,
oh yeah, that's right. He opened a club.
Have his own stage time, so nobody can be like.
Have you ever played the Lovitz Club?
No.
God damn, you've avoided everything.
Every comedy landmine. Yeah, I squeaked by.
Norm has a CD. It's called Norm Macdonald. Ridiculous. It's coming out September 12th. It's a comedy CD, of course. And you got some famous people, a.k.a. friends of yours, to do some bits on there with you. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Some of my friends did it. So it was
Will
fun.
Ferrell, correct?
Yeah, the great Will Ferrell was in it. He was kind enough to do it.
Molly Shannon?
Yes, the great Molly Shannon was in it. She was kind enough. Some of this will be repetitious.
Is Tim Meadows great, or is he superb?
Tim Meadows is a real talent.
You got John Lovitz on there?
Yeah.
You ever see that guy play softball, by the way? Speaking of baseball and hats, you ever see him hit the ball?
I've seen him do stand-up. He tried starting stand-up when he was 50.
Really? What about those Subway commercials? That's kind of...
Yeah, it's great. He got a catchphrase for the first time in 18 years.
And what's the catchphrase?
Eat fresh.
Oh, eat fresh. And he gets to wear a bathrobe on TV. I buy Subway sandwiches.
He's a really funny guy. He's hysterical.
How
He's been
long?
up here? Yeah, no, I listened to that show, actually. Yeah.
What happened the time you and Norm Macdonald played tennis? There's a story that he showed up in a leather jacket and jeans.
Yeah, I know. I know. He tells that story, and I don't know why he's so into it.
Oh, it's
But I play
a
tennis
funny
all the
visual.
time.
It's a funny visual. Him
Well,
dressed
it's-
like
it's-
that.
What he left out is that we're playing, and he I play all the time. He never plays, right? But he can get the ball, but he dinks it back, and he has no rhythm. Anyway, when someone just like floats every ball, if you're not used to it, you can't get any rhythm, and it's just hard to play. So he won, but what he left out was after every point, he'd leave the court for like a minute and brag to his assistant about how, look what just happened. Then he'd come back, 1 point, he'd leave again. I go, Norm, do you want to play? And he just kept leaving. It was very frustrating, and so he won. So then I said to my coach, I go, how do you beat a guy like that? It's so frustrating. The ball's just, and my teacher's guy, Alex Olmedo, who's you're into sports, look him up. He was a champion college player, Wimbledon champion, Rod Laver, Emerson, who won Wimbledon, and he's in the Hall of Fame from Peru. Great guy. So he said, just step in and take it early. And I go, could you beat someone like that? He goes, oh, are you kidding? I'd kill him. So I go, all right, fine. So then we played again, and then I just, I creamed him and I beat him. So and also, I wasn't trying as hard the first set because he was, he's not as good, so I'm just taking it easy. But then
And he was wearing jeans and a leather jacket.
Well, he beat you 6-0 the first time, didn't he?
No, he wasn't wearing. I don't remember what he was wearing. He didn't beat me 6-0. He's full of crap.
That's what he told him.
So then we played again, and then I beat him quite easily. And he goes, let's play again. I said, no, I don't play you again. Because when I knew he'd want to play after I beat him, the last time we played, I beat him, and that's that.
Give us a good league
but
of
he
the.
cheats. He
Yeah,
cheats,
of
and he's
course
not
he does.
fun to play with.
Of course.
So he tells this story,
Right. Give us a
Oh,
good league of their
John
own
will say
story.
that-
Lovitz! Just back off for a second.
Hey, he's being
Give
Lovitz. This is what Lovitz does,
I know.
man.
This is what he does. Him and Norm, both of them. Give us a good league of their own story.
What did you play tennis with John Lovitz? What is that?
No, I played tennis with John Lovitz. Goes every day to the Beverly Wilshire and it's an expensive Beverly Hills hotel. I don't know what it's called. But anyways, the guy there, the coach, is Alex Olmedo, who's a Peruvian tennis player from old, and he very good. He played, he beat Ron Laver 3 times.
Right.
And so he's 60 or whatever, but a Peruvian 60.
Does that mean he's a young 60 or
yeah,
an old 60?
a
He's a young
handsome,
60.
Yes, sexy.
Peruvian 60, I like that.
Yeah, Peruvian 60. So you could still imagine him with a lady.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my father when he was 60, it would be hard to imagine.
Yeah.
But a Peruvian, you can imagine. You can easily imagine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because my father, he doesn't know. He'd get you a Casio watch to a lady. That would be his thing. But these guys, they're more champagne on your spine, my darling. It's a whole different thing. Anyways, so it has nothing to do with his way with the ladies, the story. But John Lovitz got lessons from him every single day at this hotel.
Yeah.
So then he told me that he was really good at tennis. So I was like, I could beat you.
You just assume you can beat John Lovitz in anything, right?
Yeah. Because I played tennis 4 times.
Yeah.
I figured that's about what it would take to beat John Lovitz. So I said, yeah, I'll play it, And he goes, you'll never beat me. I play everybody. What are you talking about? I go, no, I'll play anything you want. So I go to the place, and I'm in my jeans and a leather jacket. I don't have clothes for tennis. I only played 4 times. So I get there, and they give me a club and everything, and a tennis racket. And I know, clearly I'm going to beat John Lovitz. So we start playing, and, I just keep tinking them over a little bit, the little backspin, near the net, whatever that shot's called. So Lovitz lumbers over, and he can never get to it, And so I just beat him like 6-0 in the first set. So he starts thinking I'm doing something illegal by tinking it over the net.
The backspin backhand or whatever? Yeah.
He's never seen this. he thinks you're supposed to hit it to him.
Oh.
So he starts complaining because he's like, I play Alex and I can beat him. He's talking about beating Alex Almeida, the pro, the tennis
60-year-old Peruvian. Yeah.
He thinks. So I said, well, what? He goes, I beat him. I play him every day. And I go, well, love, it's this. A tennis pro is one of their big skills is they hit the ball so it will land on your racket.
Right.
So wherever you're standing, the ball is right there.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not true. Then he was convinced that I could beat Alex Almeida. He said, you've never seen anything like this, Alex. He tinks it over the net. So this is love. So then I played it, and then he wanted to really win, and he kept playing me, and I said, oh, God. So one day I was like, he was just getting so angry and everything, so I let him win one game.
Yeah.
And then he quit. He retired.
On top.
Yeah, calling himself the champ.
Like John Elway.
Yeah, exactly. He won one game. He goes, doesn't matter. It's whoever won last. That's what they do in boxing. And I was saying, well, boxing, they do have to defend them, but whatever.
That's funny.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. Oh, I wish that you would come around. No.
One time we were doing a show in Biloxi, Mississippi, and I'm not like him at all. Except if you say to me like, you can't say that or talk about a certain thing or don't say that, I'm like, well, now I have to. It's just kind of your instinct as a comic to bug people,
Yes.
Right? Like, don't do that. It really bothers me. And then you're kind of a jerk and they're like, oh, you mean like this? So we were doing a show and I opened for him I did about I guess 15 minutes or 20. Then he headlined, but it was for a what do you call it? When they comp the audience, you know what I mean? For big gamblers, I forget the word.
Yeah.
So there wasn't people paying tickets, but anyway, they did it. We did it. So he's doing the show, and he's very funny, but he's dirty. So all of a sudden, someone yells out, "Well, we don't like that kind of talk." So there's about 400 people there, and he goes, "Well, how many of you don't like that kind of talk?" And it was like practically the whole room. He goes, well, how many of you don't mind? And it was like 20 people. So he goes, or 10 people. He goes, well, I'd hate to disappoint those 10 people because the rest of you don't like it. And then he just got dirtier. And I'm just like crying, laughing, Because the audience wasn't even laughing, but he just, and that was... that was a typical him. You take a big risk when you do that. I mean, he did that at the casino. We were banned I couldn't work there for 5 years.
Really? Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
He got banned from that casino in Biloxi, Mississippi? For 5 years?
And he was gambling, and he got caught counting cards.
Oh, there's that, too.
Well, I mean.
So the combo.
My choice for vice president is a proven winner, a leading defender of the African-American community. His rise from humble beginnings is the American dream personified. He's an outspoken man, a thoughtful man, and he's a leading rebounder in the NBA. His name's Dennis Rodman. Right, Dennis, come on out here, Dennis.
Jim Miklaszewski's from NBC News. I'm not a sports reporter, but to my knowledge, Mr. Rodman has never evinced any political desires whatsoever. Why have you asked him to join the Republican ticket?
I'm running for vice president. And if you don't like it, well, you can just kiss my ass. Right, Bob?
Yeah, that's right, kiss it.
I'm running for vice president. And if you don't like it, well, you can just kiss my ass. Right, Bob?
Yeah, that's right, kiss it. In his controversial new book, Bad as I Want to Be, Chicago Bulls forward Dennis Rodman says that the NBA is, quote,
50% sex. Jeez, man, I got to stop leaving at halftime. And my good friend Dennis Rodman. You're not wearing any clothes. You're completely naked.
Yeah? What's your point, Norm?
Well, it's customary for guests on Weekend Update, you know, to wear clothes.
Well, because I'm nude, does it bother you?
Well, that's not the issue here, you know.
Does my nudity frighten you?
No, it doesn't frighten me, but if you plan to be here next fall doing book reviews, I expect to see a major attitude adjustment. You know, and while you're at it, a more conventional hairstyle and some clothes, for God's sakes. You're going to have to learn that there is such a thing as rules, Dennis Rodman. Rules. Do you understand that?
Sure. I understand.
Well, good.
That's the way it is. Good night and have a good weekend.
You were talking about going to the in the last segment. I understand you actually had to visit yourself.
Yeah,
the hospital.
I went, what happened was on the show, on the Saturday Night Live show.
Yeah, that show. Yeah, I know that show.
I was on that, and Dennis Rodman was a guest.
Dennis Rodman, right.
And so we thought it'd be funny if he headbutted me, you know? Mm-hmm. So he headbutted me, but he did it really hard, you know?
Do we have a, I think actually someone supplied the clip. This is, you're not... Yeah,
that really...
You hear that dull thud of like skull on skull.
Yeah,
it really...
Yeah, and I don't have like a strong head. I haven't been working it out lately.
Really?
But he has like an athlete's head, you know? But no, beforehand he said, like, I said, hey, don't hit me with your head, or no, you know, don't really hit me. And he goes, no, Al. He goes, he had this thing where he was going to put his thumbs, and as soon as he touched my thumbs, I go back, and then he got all excited and headbutted me. So, like,
so did you feel him like pull the thumbs back, and then real head was coming at you?
And so I like blacked out for like a minute, and then the next day I had this huge headache, so I thought I was going to die, you know. And so I went to the hospital. I went to I don't want to say the hospital, but I went to this hospital and to emergency, you know, and they're all like, they're the craziest guys in emergency, all like crack. Everybody's on crack, you know? Every emergency is a guy on crack. Yeah. So I went in and they go like, hey, how much crack do you have, you know? And I go, I'm not on crack. And they go, what happened? I go, Dennis Rodman headbutted me. On the TV. He headbutted me on the TV. So they go, yeah. Right.
How much crack,
Yeah.
So what happened? Anything wrong?
I don't know, man. They said, like, you can't tell. They said, like, the only way you can tell is if later on, if you go to sleep and you don't wake up. Yeah.
That's why you didn't mention the name of the hospital.
Yeah, I don't want to mention it. I didn't know this, too. If you go to emergency, you got to pay. They keep sending me bills, like all kinds of bills.
You thought it was free, that you could just go there and...
Yeah, I'm from Canada. It's all free there.
Oh, okay.
What about last night? Dennis Rodman got a narrow... Do you watch Celebrity Apprentice anymore?
Yeah. I haven't watched much this season, but I know did he go back to North Korea? Did he bring LaToya Jackson over to North Korea?
It is weird that he's both on the Celebrity Apprentice and dealing with nuclear genocide.
Yeah. Negotiating world peace and harmony, and trying to. It's funny how it all really, the rhetoric and the vitriol out of North Korea all started immediately after Dennis Rodman's visit too.
I guess you're right.
He went over there to patch everything up, and the next day it's like, America is a boiled pumpkin waiting to be exploded. So if anybody could solve the crisis in the world, crises in the world, I think Rodman could. He was a fun guy.
Don't you find it funny with the news, Tom, that all of a sudden you read on the front of Yahoo, North Korea is starting a war with us.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
They're instigating it.
Yeah.
They're actually saying...
and then you just hit another button.
Yeah.
They're
starting it. They're just going to start it.
Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Really?
They're saying they're going to start it.
Are they going to get us? Do you hear my
We're only 3 months in.
Do you hear my Wake Up Maggie? You know Maggie May?
Yeah.
By Rod Stewart.
Yes, I do.
Well, you want to hear my impression of Gordon Lightfoot doing that? First
Absolutely.
5 lines
Canadian
of the
hero,
song?
Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
And she told me your riddle I'll never forget. Then she left with the answer I've never found yet.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. It's late September and I really should be back at school. I know I keep you amused, but I feel I'm being used. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore.
Ah, it was like he was here. That was unbelievable.
He has a very unsexy voice. It only works that time if you have a sexy voice.
Where does he rank in the Canadian pantheon?
He's pretty high up
Is he
there.
higher than Bryan Adams?
Oh, yeah. He's higher than Bryan Adams. You know, I guess the highest is like Neil Young. He's the great granddaddy of them all.
I don't think I knew that Neil Young was Canadian.
Oh, yeah, man. I'll give you even a better story, you know, than that. Every story's better than that story. No, but he was, his father, Scott Young, was a sports reporter for the Toronto Globe and Mail.
Yeah.
And he was one of our better sports scribes, you know. He was a credit to the fifth estate, as they call sports writing. No, but anyways, he was an old fella, you know,
Yeah.
a tough old bird, but a beautiful writer, you know, as was his son. So he was estranged from his son because he became a hippie. And then one day, Scott Young, at 55, was driving down the 401 in Toronto, and the song came over the radio, Old Man, Take a Look at My Life, that he had written, you know, for his father, and his father phoned him, and they've been close ever since. Isn't that beautiful?
Wow. Yeah. I never knew what the genesis was behind that song.
Yeah. Old man, take a look at your life.
Emotional.
I'm a lot like you are.
Wait a
Maggie, second. Okay, whatever.
So
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
Gordon Lightfoot, one of my favorite singers and performers. He's also a close personal friend of mine. Phone him and ask him. He'll tell you. You know, if Gordon were here tonight, and if he dressed himself, and if he played the piano, and if his favorite singer were Rod Stewart, you might hear something like this.
Wait, are you gonna have Thanksgiving though? Thanksgiving's coming up.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving. We're gonna have a lot of time. We're gonna go see my uncle. I saw my uncle the other day. Oh, my uncle, he's having troubles. Conan.
Why is he having trouble?
You know my uncle Basil?
I don't know him.
No, but I've talked to him before.
Yeah, you've mentioned him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's having troubles. His memory's not too good. You know, and it's not. Thank God, it's not Alzheimer's or anything like that. But when a guy gets old, he starts forgetting. His memory starts, he doesn't, you know, remember.
Right.
So I went to him, you know, I went and talked to him, you know, and I said to him,
because I heard he got this new medicine for his memory at the doctor's.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I said, Uncle Basil, I said, how's that memory stuff working out, medicine? He says, it's going good. I said, what's it called, that medicine, memory medicine?
The memory medicine, yeah.
I said, what's it called? What's the name of it? He goes, oh, the name of it. What is it now? Again, I can't remember now. He says, what's the name of that flower you give to people? And I said, I don't know. What, a tulip? And he said, no, not a tulip. He said, it's, what is it now? It's a kind of a flower people wear. I said, is it a carnation? I don't know, Uncle Basil. He says, no, what the hell is it called? It's red. I said, I don't know, a rose? He said, yes. He said, Rose, what's the name of that medicine that the doctor gave me?
You rapscallion. Now listen, we want to talk about your uncle, because every time you come on the show, you have a story about your uncle who lives up in Canada.
Oh, yeah, he's a Frenchman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you always have like a little story about him.
Jean-Luc. Oh, yeah, he's a crazy character, that dude. He originally visited New York City. Hello?
I'm just having a drink. I can listen to you and have a drink. It's not like I went like this. Hold it. Ooh. Ah, liquid. Huh? I'm still here. Let's see if I got this right. You've got an uncle, lives up in Canada, named Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
Occasionally he visits. Once time he visited New York.
So I'm living in New York, you know. And Jean-Luc, I'm excited. Jean-Luc's going to come by, my crazy Frenchman uncle. So he gets in the cab, right?
When he gets to the airport.
Yeah, when he gets to the airport, the cab driver picks him up, and the cab driver says to him, hey, Frenchman, he says, do you like riddles, you know? So my uncle Jean-Luc is like, yes, I love the riddles. That's how he talks. He goes, I like nothing better than a riddle. So the cabbie's like, all right, here's one, right? So he says, here's the riddle. His brothers and sisters, I have none, but this man's father is my father's son. So my uncle goes, I don't know. Right? So the cabbie goes, it's me. It's me.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Oh, he thinks about it. Oh, my God, he says, that's a good riddle there. He says, I have to tell my wife, Mary Claire, when I get back to Gaspé. That's where he lives, Gaspé.
Right.
So he's like, take me back to the airport. And the cabbie's like, what? Right? The cabbie's like, I thought you wanted to go visit Norm then. No. I go back to the airport. All right, you know, I have to tell Mary Claire. Seems odd, right?
Right.
Gets back on the plane, flies all the way back home there to Gaspé. And he gets back, right? Runs in the door. Mary Claire, where êtes-vous? You know, where are you, Mary Claire? Come on down here. I have a riddle for you. She goes, oh, Jean-Luc, I love the riddle. She's a woman, high voice.
Michael Jackson was visiting. Yeah, all right.
So, you're going to love this riddle. How was New York? Forget about that. I get the riddle. Brothers and sisters, I have none. But this man's father is my father's son. She goes, I don't know. Who is it? Some cab driver back in New York.
You didn't mean to do that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Be honest, you didn't mean to do that.
At all. I just got to the end. That guy, man, I always tell my uncle, you shouldn't curse so much. You know?
Oh, man. All right. We're going to pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
So, you got a week off.
Yeah, I got a week off coming up. After this show, I got a week off, so it's going to be great.
Do you see your family much?
Every break, I like to go back and see my folks, you know, and also my uncles and aunts and all that, you know. They're great people. The old people, you know, what I find about the old people is...
Just in general.
In general, they had so much more interesting lives than we do, you know. Like, you know what I mean? Like we, you know, we go out, our generation, we go, okay, hey, let's go to a movie, and then we'll do the laundry and get some quarters for the laundry, and then we'll have read the Sports Illustrated, you know, and whatever, right?
Right.
But these guys, they had lives, you know? Where they, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah. So anyways, for instance, my Uncle Phil. You ever meet my Uncle Phil?
I didn't meet your Uncle Phil, no.
Oh, you didn't? He was...
Yeah, we don't know each other that well. Remember?
That's true.
No,
So,
I've not met your Uncle Phil.
He's a good man, Uncle Phil. So he was telling me, you know, he's just one of these guys that has so many lives pushed into one. He just does so many things, you know? Mm-hmm. And he was telling me, he says, he's a kind of a jack of all trades, you'd call him.
Yeah. That's a good phrase.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. So he was telling me, he said, the problem is, you're not really appreciated for any single thing because you're so good at so many things. You understand what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah. So he said to me one time, he says, Norm, he says, we were just walking through his town, you know, of Monkland, Maine he lives in. And we were just walking through the town. He's an old fella, you know?
Right, one of the old people.
Yeah, he's 80.
Yeah, 80, okay.
80 years young, he says. So he goes, Norm, you see that barn over there, he says to me. I look over, there's a barn. I go, yeah. He goes, I built that barn with my own hands, all by myself. But he goes, do they call me, do they say, there's Phil, the barn builder? No, sir, he says. I said, yeah. He goes, look over there, you see that weather balloon? He says, you don't know this about me, Norm. He says, I was one of the first men ever to fly in a weather balloon.
Wow.
He says, but do they say, hey, there goes Phil, the weather balloon pioneer? No. He says, look over there, there's a bakery that I started. You know, that dirty bastard Bob has it now, but I'm the guy that started that bakery. And I go, all right, easy. And he goes, I started that bakery and I was the best baker, but does anybody go, oh, there goes Phil, the great baker? No, he says, but he says, let me tell you something, Norm. He says, you have sex with one goat. And... He says, people then, they say, there goes Bill, the dirty goat.
Get rid of that. We don't need that microphone anymore, do we? Wow, well, I do want to meet this man someday. He sounds fascinating.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love.
Let me ask you quickly. We haven't talked to you in so long. I want to ask you about your family.
My great family. I love them all.
How's your? We used to talk in the old days. You and I used to spin some yarns about Uncle Hector. How's Uncle Hector?
Oh, Uncle Hector. Uncle Hector.
He's Polish too, I'm guessing.
No, he wasn't Polish.
Oh, okay.
No, he was from my cousin's side of the family, and he was a great man, my uncle. You know, right. He was an old fella. He actually rode the rails during the Depression.
Oh.
You know, he was a hobo.
Hobo.
As you might call him. I don't like that term, but whatever.
Tramp or whatever, what have you.
Railroad bum. And, but he wasn't a bum. He was just out. He was a good, honest man during the Depression searching for work, you know? And, you know, he had no money, so he'd travel the country trying to find work, and he actually rode the rails, Uncle Hector. And he told me, it was an interesting story, he'd go through, this was in Canada, and there's a town called Kitchener in Canada, and the railroad cops were tough, boy. They were tougher than the real cops, you know? They had a law of their own, the railroad cops.
I feel like I should be tucked into bed listening to you. Anyway, a law of their own, those railroad cops.
But there was not a railroad cop tougher than Kitchener Leslie. Oh, boy. He was well known. He was well known for beating hobos to death.
Really? He'd find a hobo on his train, he'd beat him to death.
He'd beat him to death. And so what the railroad bums would all do is, as Kitchener approached, of course... Oh, hey, Norm, how you doing? So,
wow, such focus on these stories.
That wasn't a mirror. That was another guy.
Oh, it was a guy named Norm.
Yeah. So the railroad bums would all hop off before they got to Kitchener to avoid being beaten to death by Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
Anyways, my Uncle Hector, a good man, you know, and he walked into a mine one day. This is a story for that they think the young people could learn from.
Yeah, don't go mine hopping, kids.
During the height of the Depression, where there was absolutely no work, my Uncle Hector walked into I won't say the name of the mining company. It was McIntyre Mine, and he walked in. He had his lunchbox with him and his work boots, and he said, "Sir," he said, "I want a job." And they said, "We have no jobs." He said, "Well, 500 people work here at McIntyre Mine." He goes, "I don't think there are 500 men here better than I." He says, "As a matter of fact, I don't think there are 200 men better than I." He says, I think you'd be strapped to find 100 men better than I." And by golly, he got the job. What do you think of that?
That's a great story.
Now,
I'm sensing there's more. Now back to Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
The most dreaded.
No. Uncle Hector.
What?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to help you out.
No, Uncle Hector.
Dad, where's this story going?
Uncle Hector worked in a mine, and it's a hellish job, the mine, as you well know. Darkness, you know.
It's dank. It's
dank.
Yeah.
It's coaly. It's a lot of.
What?
Well, you're in a coal mine.
It's not coaly. It's coal-ridden.
It's
coal-infested. It's not coaly.
It's coal-infested. So he worked in the mine, and by God, he worked hard. And after a week of working hard, he said to the shift manager, he said, "By golly, I'd like to have a lady. I work hard, and where would I find a lady here in town?" Well, they said to Uncle Hector, they says, we have sex with animals here. By God, says Uncle Hector, I'm not going to do that. I'm a normal fella. Well, then be to your own devices then. So,
be to your own devices?
Yeah.
Wow.
Uncle Hector continued working in the mine. He worked hard, and he worked long, and he worked for a low wage. But he was a man. And Uncle Hector, after a couple of weeks passed, he started to get a little itch, you know, as you and I say.
Right.
You know,
Right. Well, when we're thinking about the
ladies,
yeah.
And but he kept it under control. He went again. And he said, "Are you sure there's no ladies here?" "No, we have sex with animals." Ah, my God. 6 months passed, and Uncle Hector couldn't take it any longer. He told me.
Right.
He said, "By God, I just had to. I'm just a man. I'm weak. You know. I'm not a saint. You know. And I was born in sin, I suppose, and I couldn't resist. I just needed it." So he said he walked by a pasture, and there was a pig.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. And so Uncle Hector said, well, he said, I walked up and I began having sex with a pig. And he said, all of a sudden, he saw all the miners like around him, you know, looking at him. They go, "Uncle Hector, what the hell are you doing over there?" And Uncle Hector's like indignant. He's like, "What? Well, you're the guys that told me that you have sex with animals." They're like, "Uncle Hector, you damn fool. That's Kitchener Leslie's girlfriend." Of all the
animals to have sex with.
You don't want to have sex
and not with Kitchener Leslie's pig. No, that's terrible.
Not Kitchener Leslie's pig. Kitchener Leslie's lady.
Oh, yeah.
Dad would always tell this joke, and it was about a little boy called Dirty Johnny. You know, and he'd be in class. You ever heard Dirty Johnny?
The Dirty Johnny jokes, yes.
Heard the whole series.
In this in this joke, he's not dirty. But anyways, the teacher has a thing, and the teacher says, "Today in class, we are going to have a little experiment. You're going to tell a story from your real life, and then afterwards, you are going to tell the moral of that story." You know? So Sheila puts up her hand, and the teacher says, "Sheila, what's your story?" So Sheila says, "Well, my dad works at the hatchery, and he took some eggs, and he put them all in a basket. All the eggs he put in one basket. And then he put them in the horse and buggy, and off we went to town, and the earth was uneven, and the eggs broke. And and the teacher goes, well, that's an all right story, but I can't understand what the moral would be to that story. So Sheila says, well, the moral is don't put all of your eggs into one basket. So the teacher says, well, by God, this is exactly what I'm looking for and what I was hoping for with this experiment.
Yeah.
And anybody else have one? So Marjorie puts up her hand. Okay, Marjorie, what's your story? Well, my father works for the hatchery. Most of us.
Most people in that town work in the hatchery.
Worked at the hatchery.
Thank God for the hatchery, she says. Or where would we be? So she says, my father, he sells chickens. And he knows that eggs become chickens. See what I mean? So he had to count his chickens so he could go and sell them in town. So he had 9 chickens and 5 eggs. So instead of saying he had 9 chickens, he added the 5 eggs. You see, he counted them as chickens. So he said, I have 14 chickens. So he took them, Sheila says, and put them in the horse and buggy, and off they went to town, but the land was uneven. The chickens sure survived easily. They frolicked. The eggs broke. Well, the teacher says again, that's a story, you know. But what on earth could the moral of that story be? Well, Sheila says, if that's her name, I forgot. She says, don't count your chickens before they hatch out of the eggs.
Right.
Teacher says you could probably shorten it a little. So, but that's great. And that's exactly what we're looking for. And then she looks at the back of the class, and by God, there's the upraised hands, as you say, fucking dirty Johnny.
Fucking dirty Johnny. He's going to ruin the lesson.
So the teacher, inside of her head, her thoughts are moving around, and she's like, God, I don't want to hear dirty Johnny say it. This is going so well, but at the same time, I took a vow and I became a teacher that every student... All right, Johnny, let's hear your story. So dirty Johnny gets up and he says, this is a story about my Uncle Terry. He didn't work for the hatchery. He didn't even like people that did. He was in Vietnam. And he lives on the disability checks he got. Uncle Terry was not a popular man, not even among those he worked with. And I suppose we've all heard of people who've deserted from their battalion. But I don't know if you've ever heard of a battalion deserting a man. That's what they did with Uncle Terry. One day, Uncle Terry awoke in the middle of Da Nang, and everybody was gone. He was alone, and they'd left him 3 bottles of Jack Daniels and some weaponry. So, Uncle Terry got up, says Dirty Johnny, and he downed the bottle of Jack Daniels in 2 slugs, and he threw it down and smashed it into the jungle. And then he walked, picked up the 2 Kalashnikovs and 3 or 4 Glocks and a couple of hand grenades, and off he walked into the unknown, the jungle, his fate. Came upon a village, and from the village came people. Now, were they Charlie, or were they the people that Terry was sent to protect from Charlie? Uncle Terry didn't know. But he knew he had to do something, so he took another swig from the bottle, and he let loose. Took that Kalashnikov, and he let it sway like a farmer would a scythe. And the bullets came, and just as hay would fall before a farmer, so the people fell before Uncle Terry. The men, the women, and by God, even the children. And finally, Uncle Terry stood alone in the mud and the blood and the guts and only at himself. He took a long swig, and his hand brushed against his pants, and he felt wetness, and then he felt shame because he realized he had urinated himself in fear. And then, upon closer inspection, he realized it was not urine. It's ejaculate. And his shame was replaced by pride. And the teacher goes, holy fucking shit, what the fuck? Fucking kind of fucking story is that? Like, we just heard the hatchery and shit, and now this? She goes, Uncle Terry, well, Dirty Johnny, what on earth could be the moral to such a story? So Johnny thinks about it for a couple of minutes, and he goes, well, I don't know, I guess. Well, I know one thing. You don't fuck with Terry when he's had some drink in him. And he's uncorked the jug. You stay away from Uncle Terry. And he doesn't like anybody that works at the hatchery either. You remember that. You tell your parents that.
Wow.